What's up, guys? Welcome back. NECC Week 2. We got Academy Smash taking on Akron Esports. My name is Henry Speedy Kill Ninja, and I'm joined by a special guest today.
Hello, Pizza Man 48 here. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, so Pizza Man was our King K. Rool last year, an alumni of our program. Stopping by today. It's homecoming week, so we thought we'd pull him in here for a broadcast. So yeah, excited to have you back.
Oh, definitely. It's always fun. It's always great to come back and see how everyone's doing, see how the program's doing, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
It's cool to have like our first ever like esports alumni like classes too. Like we're starting to actually build like a little alumni group for esports, which is really awesome. So but anyways, Akron Esports, they got a Ryu, Ken. No, it's Ken. Okay, we're good. Ken, Bayonetta, Jigglypuff, and Kazuya, their top two players, are definitely going to be their Ken, and their Bayo is probably a close second. Really solid program, really solid team here. Facing off against our JV team today, so going into it, we're probably the underdogs, or definitely the underdogs, but going to be interested to see can we slay a giant? Little David and Goliath scenario here today, so.
Yeah, definitely, exactly. Yeah, it's against a team that has as many widely recognized players as this, it's going to be interesting to see how the JV team holds up, see what kind of adaptations they're able to make, what they're able to learn from it.
Yeah. I think it'll be good just to like see where our mistakes are being exposed, like areas that you may have thought were safe on shield, you know, true punishes, things like that. Like a lot of these things aren't going to work on some of these players. But I mean, with that being said, we are going to be heading into game one in a little bit. So, I mean, who knows? You know, Valpo has done crazy things before. Especially our varsity Smash team this year, starting off the year 4-0 in the Great Lakes Esports Conference. Got a couple tough opponents coming up in that conference as well. But yeah, I mean, we're kicking off NECC Week 2 here, and we're going to be hopping right in to game one here. We got Cloud versus Jigglypuff here, Cloud being the Valpo rep. So, thoughts on this matchup? I know you dabble in a little both of these characters.
Yeah, definitely. I'll say for this matchup in particular, you have a character that's really good at edge guarding and a character that is relatively easy to edge guard. On top of that, you find yourself with a character like Cloud who can output tons of damage and get kills against one of the lightest characters in the game. So, to an extent, either character here can very quickly get a stop with just one wrong move.
But anyways, you know, this Cloud off to a decent start. Got to be careful with this edge guard. Luckily, he does have limit, so able to get back to center stage in neutral. Jigglypuff drops shield, so able to get a little damage, and we're even here.
Exactly, yeah. We're just keeping it even. We just got to be careful at all times, because one mistake, just like that.
Anyways, Valpo going to drop their first stock here in this 4v4 best of 3 crew battle.
Yeah, so you just have to be really careful here when it comes to edge guarding and not being edge guarded yourself. And as you can see here, he's just staying back, taking his guaranteed damage on this as well. Just really trying to focus on where he can chip damage in to eventually get Jigglypuff high enough. As
Oh, barely able to jump out of that one, and wow, that reached. I was not aware, but the rest gonna hit, and that's gonna be a stock. With the star KO, Cloud is not going to have a punish opportunity. So if you're Cloud here, what are you looking for? I mean, I know what I'm thinking. Short hop back airs over and over.
That's pretty much where I would be as well. The more you can keep yourself out of the way and out of the harm's way of Jigglypuff, we kind of see the retreating there, just trying to get limit here, because any amount of limit here will be enough. But also, at the very least, oh god!
Oh, he gets pineappled too. Unfortunate.
Oh. Very unfortunate indeed.
So Valpo going to go down 3 stocks in that first fight. Overall, that first stock looked really good from the Cloud player for Valpo, but unfortunately was not able to close it out and had a couple mistakes there that led to the 3 stock for Akron.
Yeah, I say that's really what it comes down to, is you could sort of see this adaptation by the Jigglypuff player slowly moving through and eventually able just to find one little habit here or there and is able to take it and take stocks pretty early and pretty quickly there as well.
Yep, couple big moments in that match. The Jigglypuff on platform there with the rest hitting on ground, leading to the stock, and then the SD too, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, we got 8 different players here today for our Academy team, so probably going to see a lot of different players, a lot of different characters, so really excited for that. We do have Jaden Blinkus captaining this team on that young Link, so, you know, looking into their roster when we see people like a Ken, like a Kazuya, I mean, that could be the answer for those matchups.
Exactly, yeah. It's, those characters in general tend to struggle with lots of projectiles, and if there's one character that knows how to throw all the projectiles, young Link is very good at that.
Yeah. We saw Jaden play against a Kazuya last week in week 1, and was really starting to find his groove of, like, when I play Kazuya against Jaden, he's like plays it really well, and then sometimes he gets in game and like doesn't do the same thing, and I'm like, no, like play that really annoying way, like it works really well. I feel like the more like frustrating your like neutral game and stuff is, at least for me, like I tend to just run at them, and it gets ugly quick. So hopefully he can play that like neutral projectile heavy game. I mean, we see that in Dwarvermeer's games on Saturdays a lot too. Like he is as patient as can be, and we see opponents get frustrated, rush in, make mistakes. But this next player did get a chance to play last week. I'm going to be playing Shulk. I have no idea on this matchup. Any ideas?
I think once again you're going to see a really long sword that really just wants to keep Jigglypuff as far away as possible. A little bit better recovery, especially if you can switch to Jump Monado in time when you're off stage. Yep. Or if while you're getting combo, you can also switch into Shield Monado to not get comboed as much. Yeah. So you have some options there. You just got to be really quick with it. Shulk can be one of the best characters in the game. You just have to be extremely smart and extremely on time with what you're doing, which makes him one of the most difficult characters in the game. Yeah, his
Smash Monado, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Yeah, very cool, interesting mechanic, very unique, and at times tough to deal with. And it's very difficult for the Shulk player to kind of figure that out as well. But we will be heading into our second match here. Valpo down 9-12 in stock counts in game 1. We'll have the Shulk versus the Jigglypuff.
And we're going right into it here, so we'll have to see. Now, he really has to make sure he keeps as much distance away as possible here if he wants to try to get a lot of damage here. We already see the Jigglypuff also looking for roll-ins. That's one thing. Jigglypuff is not a fast character. Usually rolling out does not have too much consequence against you.
Yeah, one of the biggest reasons why Jigglypuff is great in... Oh, that's unfortunate. Great in melee, but not great in ultimate is all in that airspeed. Like, airspeed is such an important thing for a character that has, you know, jumps and likes to play in the air like Jigglypuff.
Yes, exactly. Just trying to keep that air game down, but Shulk has a lot of opportunities to do that. The problem is he has to get in the air to do that.
Yep. Oh, and not able to find the tech, and that stage spike will kill him early there.
Both the tech and the Jump Monado were available there. Unfortunately, not able to find either quite in time. Like I said, it's very difficult to know exactly where it is and get there in time while keeping your head. And we are just seeing the combos there. That is a very fast 54% here. Leading into the edge guard, he's able to get past. Good get up attack.
Yeah, those forward airs are going to be scary off stage. Shulk doesn't have the best recovery, better than Cloud for sure. Does find the jump.
Ooh, there we go.
Forward smash. Jigglypuff at kill percent if, you know, we're looking at the Smash Monada, but I do like Jigglypuff's play here, stalling out the Smash Monada.
Alrighty, yeah. Just stalling here as long as possible, getting rid of the Smash Monada, which can explode Jigglypuff very early.
Yeah.
Now just flying right over. You got to try to get in the air to contest Jigglypuff, but that's where Jigglypuff loves to be, which makes it such a difficult situation to deal with.
Yeah, it seems like this last stock he's been on, he's been spacing and playing his neutral a little better. You see there, just hitting him with the edge of his sword, using his range advantage in this matchup. So he will look to try and close out this stock with the Smash Banana. You see Jigglypuff, you know, once again waiting it out. And they're just barely, I mean, great air dodge. Jigglypuff has great air dodge. Oh, and that's going to do it.
There we go.
First stock down for Akron.
We start to see this chipping, and we see the adaptation here as he's slowly starting to learn and pick up where exactly this Jigglypuff likes to be and figuring out how to deal with it.
Yeah, he had two, very unfortunate stocks at the beginning, but he's been playing this last stock pretty darn well.
Yeah, definitely. Seeing those little bits of adaptation. Ooh. But with that back air, that will be able to take it. We'll have to see what the adaptation is, I guess, for next match there.
Yep. So Valpo able to find a stock here in game 2. Unfortunately, is down 6-11 in stock count, so Valpo will have 2 players left. Got to take down this Jigglypuff. I'd just focus on the Jigglypuff for now. Don't think about the rest of the match. Let's just focus on trying to take down this Jigglypuff. Take it one step at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to focus on what's in front of you instead of worrying too much about what's behind. Especially in a situation like this, the more you focus on the Jigglypuff, usually that means the more stocks you have left to deal with everybody else, which means even if it may not be the best situation you like, having more stocks in a slightly worse situation or a slightly worse matchup, I would usually rather have that over a slightly better matchup but less stocks.
I'd like the mindset for the players going in here to be like, all I need to think about is just beating this Jigglypuff. I have a stock advantage. Let's just take care of that first, and then we can worry about the other 9 stocks. Because, to be honest, it's a pretty daunting task if you look at the entire game to come back here. But still have Blinkus as well as several other players available here. Don't want to go through too many of our characters if anyone's watching in chat. So...
yeah, exactly it. We have a bunch of different people we can choose from. We can switch things up depending on what we think, and we can sort of keep it up depending on what the situation calls for. For now, though, let's just focus on getting through this Jigglypuff and seeing who they send in next. Like you said earlier, they have a lot of different characters as well, so we just got to keep ourselves focused.
Yep. So, who do you think would be a good character to go in next? I mean, do you know what options we have available here?
I know some of them. There are a number of players here who I'm not as familiar with, but I think we certainly have some options that could be pretty good here. Against a character like Jigglypuff, usually you just want someone who has a good enough recovery. If you can get multiple jumps, that's even better. Mm-hmm. But just having a good recovery to avoid those edge guards and at least enough kill power that with one right call, you can take a stock pretty early.
Yeah, I actually don't like Young Link too much in this matchup because he's so easy to edge guard, especially with Jigglypuff. So in my opinion, I think we'll be holding off on that one. But I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
So
on the same note, though, sometimes it can be hard for the relatively slow Jigglypuff to float all the way through all the projectiles. So I do agree that I don't think it's necessarily the best matchup either way, but it still has its merits at least. But we will have to see.
Ooh, I like this one.
And so I believe we are going to be seeing a
Musty-tater.
Yes, with in the ball battle.
Yep, pink ball battle.
Indeed.
More specifically.
And I think this kind of goes with what we were saying. This is a character with more jumps that's, while not fast, still has a surprising amount of kill power coming from Kirby. So I think this is a pretty decent choice here. Both of them having pretty good aerial moves as well.
Yeah, so Musty-tater is kind of one of our two-way players, has seen action on Saturdays, but also getting some chances to play here in the NECC. So excited to see what he can do. So in this match, Valpo has 3 stocks, Akron has 2, so really important for Valpo to try and get this win.
Yes, very much so. And we can sort of see already how Kirby was able to get out of a combo that probably most characters wouldn't have.
Down air and up tilt, both of them. Have the exact same thing.
When the combo works, the combo works. Apparently, we see the similarities between these characters here. Not only in look, but also apparently in combo routes.
Anyways, not a great start, but does find the nair out of shield here in neutral.
Yep.
Off stage.
Just trying to be as careful as possible. Using that up beach to catch a little bit too greedy of a Jigglypuff there. Ooh. They're throwing out relatively heavy hitting moves. We just got to see. Ooh. As the nair to get off. Oh, is able
dash
to
tag.
Yep.
That'll do it.
Able to
just dash tag, actually pretty strong.
Yeah, no, it is a pretty good move. And so it's something you definitely have to keep an eye out for. And we're seeing right now, basically, some of the... Ooh, good dash tech there, but in general, with that air dodge just going so far, it's been very hard for Kirby to sort of catch that and punish it. But the dash tech right now, just putting in so much work.
I didn't realize how similar these characters were watching them play against each other. I mean, up B and down B are pretty much the only differences.
Yeah. It's very interesting to see, and while Puff likes to explode characters at early percents, Kirby does like to try to get a little bit more in terms of combos to focus more on chipping up to that higher percent, but we'll have to see here.
Like the fade back on that up B to ledge because he was ready for the punish that time. That up B has hit on the Jigglypuff twice. Jigglypuff at kill percent, the dash attack's going to do it.
Another good dash attack. He's really seeing how this Jigglypuff keeps sort of landing on the ground with aerials, and a great way to punish that is with dash attack, which is a relatively difficult move in general to punish anyway. Good out of shield there.
Yeah, able to maintain this stock lead, so up 2 stocks to 1 still at high percent. The more damage he can get on this stock, the better. You know, ideally, if we're still looking at game 1 to be competitive here, would love to keep this second stock as well.
Ooh. We see those multiple jumps coming in such handy here, as a lot of characters would have gotten killed by that edge guard earlier. Kirby able to make it back and pushing this advantage. Getting the Jigglypuff in the corner. Yep.
Ooh, just missed the dash attack. Good spacing by the Jigglypuff. It's going to be big trying to get back here. Oh, I thought he might have thrown out a back air there.
Not what quite.
Reverse edge guard.
Yeah, you just got to be so careful trying to reverse Jigglypuff, and we kind of see that. Oh, try to get a call out on the jump. I kind of like that idea, but unfortunately just not the right spot for it. Jigglypuff does like trying to jump in, so I can see the appeal of it.
Yes, high cost, high reward move there.
100%.
Don't hate it.
We're seeing these trades come out. We got to be careful here. As now all it takes is really one bad move here, and this Jigglypuff can take it.
Or, you know, a big read could do it too, but I mean, that's, the back air.
Oh, the trade,
that's unfortunate with the rage off stage, very close to the blast zone.
Yep, when trying to match and go air to air with Jigglypuff, you just got to be so careful, unfortunately, and it can really catch you there.
So, Valpo going to be on their last player here. I'd imagine we'll probably see Blinkus. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Fitz says hi.
Ah, hey, Fitz, how you going?
He's probably like, why is Josh still commentating? Homecoming weekend. Celebrity commentator.
Yeah, right. Celebrity. But moving into this next match here, it's also possible that maybe they'll keep him in the back, save him for game 2 as well. If we don't send in our young Link, how can they adapt to our young Link?
I like that.
It's there. In Screw Battle, sometimes you have to hit a point where it's like, you know what, this set here is going how the set is. Might as well focus on the next one.
Yeah. Another thing to note about these teams too is Akron only has 4 people on their roster, and we know every character they play. I would like to say the case probably isn't the same for us because we have 12 people-ish on our roster, maybe even more. So.
Okay. We're going to see right here who they chose to have go in here. I think no matter who they choose, I think there's a decent... Ah, yes.
I don't hate this.
No, I think this is good. At the very least, this is giving him a feel for how the Jigglypuff plays.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who knows? Maybe we're expecting him to send it the Jigglypuff next time. And if we see Blinkus is able to do well, but through this little one-stock exchange, hopefully, he'll be able to get a taste for it, send him in next game, and first person take out their first person.
Yeah, I also think it's important to, like you said, get a taste of, one of these next characters too, because likely he's going to have to play against one of them in game 2. So
definitely.
Go Valpo, appreciate the support in the chat.
Hoorah.
Game 1, not looking great for Valpo, down 3 stocks to 10, but we do have Blinkus hopping in here against the Jigglypuff, 3 stocks to 1. So, would just like to see a clean stock taken here, would be ideal. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Jigglypuff with a good start. Oh, and there's that roll, and Jigglypuff definitely taking note of that.
100%. Every time you roll in against Jigglypuff, you see...
Yeah, he rolled in again. If I was Jigglypuff, I'm letting it rip there.
It's also possible that he's saving his roll reads for the next match as well. If you have something that you can be pretty sure is going to work, at this point, why use it in this match? Save it for next match. So just something to keep in mind for this one.
All right. All right.
It's all about having your tricks and keeping them logged back.
You got like the 200 IQ smash strats. I would have just, I like it in Jigglypuff rest.
That was my main problem when it came to trying to play Jigglypuff, is I would go for every rest no matter how dumb it is. Just because I say a strategy does not necessarily mean I would have gone for it.
Much easier to say than it is to do.
I got my start on Melee where there was true combos at 0%, or rest killed at 0%, and there was like several true combos into it on the best characters in the game. And Jigglypuff was just a top tier character, so
Yeah.
seeing Jigglypuff in Ultimate always makes me a little bit sad, but Jigglypuff, definitely great display here by this Jigglypuff.
We're seeing this little bit of chip. Every little projectile gets closer to killing. I think this forward throw won't kill yet, but Young Link forward throw is a pretty decent kill move. It's at the very least a surprising one, but ooh, that back air is going to come in. You got to be careful here. Unfortunately, is going to get the edge guard there. Very close now. Something to keep in mind. I don't think it was enough time off stage for it to matter there, but if he pulls a bomb and then goes to recover, sometimes the bomb will explode, giving him some extra time off stage. I don't think he had enough time there to do it, but it's something to certainly keep in mind as a way to keep yourself alive when otherwise you wouldn't be able to.
You see that a lot with normal Link too, so up B, unfortunately not going to do it.
Not a huge punish.
I don't love these landing down airs, not the biggest fan of it. And this is what I was concerned about in this matchup.
Exactly.
Those edge guards are rough. Young Link's just got to dominate the neutral here and center stage. Hopefully it can find like an arrow into a forward air, which I'm not sure is true at this point.
Yeah. At this point, honestly, I'm just backing up and throwing every single projectile. I want to get Jigglypuff to 200% and hit him with a neutral air and have it kill.
And maybe this is where the read comes in here too. At 177. The down smash will do it.
That was something we saw the Jigglypuff do in the previous matches. And so you could see how he watched those previous matches, kept an eye on it, and was able to punish it there. So very good way to keep an eye on it. And even if he decided to land short, the first hit of the down smash would have caught him.
Awesome. Love to see it. Players not only adapting in-game, but out-of-game as well. It's super big thing of a crew battle is you get a chance to watch a player play before you get a chance to play. But anyways, Valpo with one stock left, one stock and a dream. But yeah, so we have the Bayo, the Ryu, and the Kazuya that we could see come out next. Or not the Ryu, the Ken. Jeez. One of the fighting game characters. Anyways, as far as matchups, I think Young Link does pretty darn good into both of those Street Fight characters. Bayo, weird matchup chart. I'm not very familiar with that character.
Yeah. Bayonetta in general is one of the strangest characters in the game, and unless you've played against Bayonettas, you're not really going to know what to do. It's just so difficult to try to keep up with. So we'll see who they decide to send in here, and it is in fact the Ken. So I think this will be very important to actually get a view of, sort of see how this Ken works, and try to see how they decide to get around the projectile wall that this Young Link is going to hope to set up.
So this Ken is the captain of Akron's team, also on Ohio State PR as well. So very good player for sure. But yeah, excited to see how this match goes.
Definitely. Alrighty. Oh, immediately just hopping in, getting around the projectiles. The roll in there, getting caught by the auto turnaround. Got to be careful of those against the Street Fighter characters. I see the jumping in there with the projectiles, and I think...
Good DI. He's able to live.
Yep. Ooh, catching with the nair there. Ooh. You could see him sort of clocking those recoveries there to keep it in mind for later.
Yeah, very patient player.
Yeah, you could see he's... Oh, there we go. See what little punishment we're able to get. Unfortunately, not able to quite get the follow-up, but still just keeping him there. Trying to see... That's it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. You can see why he's PR. Very patient and very careful getting around most of those projectiles and able to take advantage pretty heavily of the openings that we saw.
Yep. So that will be game one going to Akron in this best of 3 series, but we will head to a short break before we hop into game 2. So stick around. We'll be back in just a minute.
jumping right into the second set here, we see as we start off here with Pokemon Trainer. A pretty good character here, and right against that is a Dr. Mario. So this is not a character that we saw last time, and so we don't have too much experience against it, but then again, neither do they against RPT. And starting off here, just a very quick 17% here off that. Just keeping distance. Just trying to keep an eye on what the stock wants to do.
I am a huge Dr. Mario fan, so gotta keep reminding myself, PTs for Valpo.
Yes, exactly.
I love it. But Dr. Mario has a lot of weaknesses. He hits like a truck, but he has super short range, very slow, and absolutely abysmal recovery. And Ivysaur has a really good edge guard, so hopefully can find something off of that.
Yeah, you see as she's being very careful not to accidentally overextend and leave herself vulnerable out stages. Doc surprisingly can get reversals if you're not careful.
Yeah, this is Vermin Rogue, who has had tremendous improvement since they joined the team.
100%.
But yeah, really excited to see them get a chance to play today, and off to a great start.
Yeah, definitely. You just got to be careful. We just got to see how we're going to get the other stock here.
Flare Blitz. I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Turn around back here, gonna do it.
Yep. Now the interesting thing is here, I think if I'm Vermin here, I'm looking for a couple different things, but one of them is going to be a back throw. For some reason, they gave every single one of PT's characters a really good back throw that kills pretty early. But how exactly they're going to find this kill is the question. I don't think it's going to be with Bullet Seed.
No, unfortunately not.
I think still not enough, but at the very least, it gets him in up air range. Just trying to track with up air and getting the hits on such a strong attack is a very good way. Oh, back throw. There we go.
Yes, that'll do it. We're tied up 11-11 here.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick first stock there, at least looking at the...
Oh, no, still living?
Unfortunately not.
I wasn't 100% sure how many jumps left when you switch around and stuff, but yeah, it just drops a little too low there.
Yeah. I think what I'd like to see here, especially from the Squirtle, is a bit more water gun. Against a character that has a only okay recovery like Dr. Mario, if you can find a way just to use that. Goes for up throw. I'm guessing that was a misinput there. I meant to go for down throw there. But, ooh, this Dr. Mario trying to get some hard reads here.
Oh, and that will be a hard read. But Squirtle living, great TI. Yeah, I was scared with it being Squirtle, and like we said earlier, Dr. Mario does hit hard.
Very much so. Doc hits hard and has surprisingly good game. Oh, that air dodge, the perfect distance away. This Doc knows exactly what he wants, and
he does find the up smash.
Is able to get it.
Yep, and that's gonna do it for Valpo's first player there. Vermin Rogue off to a great start, but unfortunately was not able to close out that game there.
I say it's all really, at this point, I see it about focusing on improvement, focusing on seeing what's happening and figuring out the best way to get around it. We're already beating our pace from the last set, and I think there's something to be said for that. I think just trying to focus on, kind of like we said before, just focus on this Dr. Mario, think about who we can send in, beating them, and keep on moving.
Yeah, it is, when we're bigger underdogs in a game, it can be tough to have a good attitude about it, but just take this as a learning opportunity. We're getting the chance to play against really good players here today, and also, get playing time for a lot of the members of Academy who don't see much playing time on Saturdays. So yeah, just got to have a good attitude about it, lots to learn, but Valpo's still in this one, down 9 stocks to 11, down 2 so far. Based off the characters we played last game, who do you think will be most successful into the Dr. Mario?
Looking at the characters we saw last time, honestly, I'm trying to think. I don't think the Young Link or the Kirby is the way to go here.
Gotcha.
As one of the things that Doc struggles with is the fact that he doesn't have too much range. He hits hard, but he doesn't have too much range.
Gotcha.
Young Link, or particularly Kirby, also has a problem with range. So why send in someone that also has that same problem?
Yeah, appreciate the support, Diadem. Shout out Diadem. He's one of our casters, Blake here. So
gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited to see this.
I think this is a pretty good. I think this is a pretty good setup here.
Looks like it's going to be our Terry. This is, I'm trying to remember his tag. I always remember people's first name, but not their tag. Noonie, that's his tag. But anyways, going to be going with the Terry here. Terry's a fun character to watch when they're on your
definitely.
team. So,
And I think this is a relatively smart matchup choice here, as despite being a brawler, a lot of Terry's moves have some surprising range on it. That forward air hits so much further than anyone ever expects it. And it's able to do a lot of work, and has a projectile that's relatively slow and is able to keep up with Dr. Mario's pills.
yep.
And still has enough movement to also get around a lot of Dr. Mario's traps as well.
Yeah.
Combine that with a backward side crack shoot that can pretty much get through anything that Doc wants. If we see the tools utilized properly, I think we could see a pretty good match going into this. Let's just see what they're able to do.
Anyways, this Dr. Mario versus Noonie on the Terry. Gotta remember he loses stock first too.
He's just getting that one out of the system.
Yeah. He did not taunt. Looks like we're just gonna play anyways.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. We're playing it. We're playing.
Yep. Exactly.
Sorry. Typically in crew battles you do see both players taunt, but anyways, going to be started going into this one. Terry at 55%. The air dodge not quite gonna do it. Still living. Oh, and that's a big forward smash.
Yep.
That'll do it. You know, if you're Terry here, you got to try really hard to live when you're plus 100 and not get edge guarded. So, I mean, that's really important, is just having a good recovery and survivability. But unfortunately, dying before he gets to utilize the go mode on that stock. Does have a good patience so far in this second stock.
Yep. It's about being careful. You've seen that these side Bs, the Doc is ready for all of them, and for the most part, they are not paying off. And you just got to be careful here. That Cyclone's so powerful.
Yeah, I didn't know you could also Cyclone out of shield. I mean, Dr. Mario's best move is a shield. You can up smash, up B, Cyclone out of shield. I mean, just Doc out of shield options is probably one of the best in the game. And a big charge forward smash finds the call out. Doc gonna be off stage. Valpo in advantage for a bit there.
Yep, and if you're not DIing that properly, that's just gonna hit, and that's gonna deal.
Got to DI out.
Yep.
So unfortunately, not able to live in go mode again.
Yeah, you see these side Bs are just getting hit again and again. Just got to try to come up with a different way. I think it's interesting. We've seen one jab attempt, and
I like the swinging, but maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But anyways, close to go mode and DI out. Oh, he was fishing for the air dodge that time. Good patience there. Does have go mode. Is he able to live?
get up attack, get up attack, get up attack.
Oh, I would definitely just neutral get up there and die. I always do that.
Gets comboed off a pill. That's why you got to be so careful. Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, Valpo going to go down, and that one not able to find a stock there. Oh, shout out to Sweets too. Let's go Valpo. I'm here for it. Oh, and Kitten goes crazy. Big fan. That's a Lucario player. He goes Valpo here. So,
yes.
yeah. Hopefully we'll have a chance to have them out here eventually too. So, yeah, anyways, Akron looking like a pretty darn strong team here, as expected. Yeah, I don't think we prepared for the Dr. Mario as well. Kind of a unique character, but you know, excuses and John's aside, we'll see what Valpo's able to do in this one, and I am really excited to see this player get a chance to play. It is going to be Alola on the Little Mac. So at this point, I don't think it matters too much that we reveal our characters because they're already locked in. So
that's exactly it. As long as we reveal our characters when they pick them here, it's not really influencing anything.
Yeah.
Even if there is someone from the other team watching or not, it doesn't really matter too much. So it works out either way.
But anyways, Little Mac, a very unique character. I want to talk a little bit about Little Mac as a character and his matchup into Dr. Mario.
Yeah, it's a relatively interesting matchup because if you look at what most players' tier charts, I would say that these two and Ganon are usually considered the worst three characters in the game. But the nice thing about Smash Ultimate in particular is even the bottom 3 characters can still put in a lot of work if you're a good player, which is one of the things that keeps Smash as relatively balanced as it is overall, which is really nice.
Yep.
And so, but for this matchup in particular, Doc doesn't usually do as much in terms of edge guarding, which can be nice for Little Mac. And Little Mac can keep up with the strength of Doc's punches really well.
Yeah, we're talking about Dr. Mario having a bad recovery. The only person who might have a worse recovery is Little Mac. I think he has the worst recovery in the game. I can't think of another character off the top of my head.
Maybe a single ice climber. The Sopo.
Maybe, yeah. But anyways, Little Mac, a grounded character. This player has came onto our team as a freshman this year and has been proven rapidly. So really excited to see them get their chance, get their moment here.
We already see that Little Mac loves really fast aggression, and that the aggression on it can actually keep up and really match.
Does have KO punch.
Yeah. Landing this KO punch is absolutely massive. And we see here that, unfortunately, tries to call a read there on the roll, but Little Mac not giving it.
They're doing great so far.
I think some of these down smashes understand.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're going to go for a high recovery, you got to be careful of that. The cape is such a deadly tool if you're in the right circumstance, and we can really see it there.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, I wasn't even thinking of that being an option, and I bet Lola wasn't.
Oh, I can't believe that traded. There, we see the down smash catching the roll-in. We see him.
Ooh. He's swinging. I love it. I mean, he's got armor on all this.
Yeah, you got armor on it, and you got a Dr. Mario that loves these landing aerials. If you're able to get the timing right on it.
Oh, that landing lag from the side B, able to find the forward smash off of it.
Yep. The forward tilt's going to be able to throw him pretty far off stage. Just got to trying to get those down smashes. Unfortunately, the timing just off, but that forward tilt will do it. And I think, honestly, with Doc here, kind of like how Little Mac can pretty easily be knocked off and taken out, I think Little Mac can do the same here to Doc.
Got to keep in mind KO punch, too.
Exactly it. Little Mac has the options and has the tools here to really take out this Doc early, but you just got to be careful here. Picking the correct option there. Oh, good counter.
Great counter.
I think you just got to just sits there. Oh, good catch on that. Trying to really see.
Yeah, that'll do it. Finds the KO punch.
Very good.
Let's go, Lola.
If you notice, the Doc was just running into him. He was waiting for the Little Mac to shield, because so many people love to try to hit Little Mac out of that KO punch that the moment that Alola saw that he was just running into him, just let it rip, because at that point, he's either going to keep running past you, he's going to get hit, or he's going to have to get out of the way in some way where he's probably not going to be able to get a punish back. So great realization, great timing, and like that, we are on to the next player with 4 stocks left.
Yeah, so if you're playing against Little Mac and he has KO punch, what's the best option? I mean, projectiles if you have them and try and play safe, but being a Kazuya player, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it can be really challenging, and depends a lot on the player. If you have projectiles, use them carefully. If you don't have projectiles, it's really about trying to find a way, whatever your least committal option is, to try to just give him a little poke that sends him in the tumble. Because as long as it's after so much time, if you hit him and he goes in the tumble, he loses his KO punch. Just trying to find ways where you can just barely poke him and send him in the tumble without too much end lag or startup or anything like that. And on top of that, just avoiding every instinct to air dodge out of things like down tilt and out of other hits by Little Mac. Because if you air dodge out of the way, you're just setting yourself up for a KO punch.
I was going to say, players when they panic will often air dodge or shield. Both of those are very bad against KO punch. So that's what I do against KO punch. I shield it, and it doesn't work. So
yeah. Just trying to think about with different characters, like with Kazuya, for example. I think.
Shout out! King goes crazy for the sub.
Ooh, love to see it. Thank you.
Yeah, we are up to 21 total subscribers, so really appreciate the support. Check out those new emotes as well. We just got 7 new emote slots. So there's some good ones in there. But anyways, game 2 in this best of 3 series, going to be heading into this next match shortly. Have Lola on that Little Mac, able to find the first win in the match for Valpo, and going to be going into this Jigglypuff. So Jigglypuff does pretty darn good into Little Mac, in my opinion.
Yep.
But the silver lining is he's a glass cannon. Like, he can kill Jigglypuff so early at the same time.
I say, if you can find a way to pop that bubble as well. If you get if you get a couple good hits on shield, and then pop that Jigglypuff shield, it doesn't matter what percent they're at, they are just exploding. You pop that bubble, and you are good to go.
Good start here.
Yep. Alrighty. Oh, you see, once again, just looking for that roll in, fiending for that roll in. Just trying to find out what you can do to keep that Jigglypuff at bay. All these little, relatively safe hits, and just focus on going to ledge. That is one of the big things here, and that's kind of one of the things. An interesting strategy we see as he goes for that KO punch, just to try to keep himself safe and keep himself out of the way of getting edge guarded. I think it's a pretty interesting strategy, and something that could possibly pay off for him here.
Nice counter there.
Yeah. Oh, tries to catch that landing.
I would maybe like to see the forward tilts a little more instead of the forward smash, just because forward tilt is so good on Little Mac.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. You just got to be careful because unfortunately Jigglypuff, ooh,
Just the roll
punish it
behind
and can
and dash
hit back.
attack. Yep. So Valpo going down 9-3 here in game 2. So we are likely going to see Blinkus on this young Link versus the Jigglypuff. Did an alright job the first time, but now he knows what to expect, what to play against. Oh no, he did end up taking the stock from Jigglypuff in game 1. So yeah.
That's very true. I think this will be very interesting to see because we know that he was able to get one stock off before. We'll see how he's able to adapt, see what he's able to do, and see what sort of changes he makes. It's also possible... No, never mind. Nope, we're just going with him.
That's what I expect. Captain of this team, might as well anchor. You know, give it one more last good shot in this match here. It's not looking great, but still doable. Still got 3 stocks left to work with. So, are making better progress than we were in game 1. I believe we were 11-3 last time. 10-3?
Yes,
I don't know.
11-3.
I know it was 9-1. It was 9-1.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was 9-1. So, anyways, regardless, doing a little bit better in this game too. But yeah, looks like we will be hopping in here right away. So we do have a true 3-stock versus 3-stock match here. Young Link versus Jigglypuff.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alrighty. So with that, we are able to start off right away. No worrying about anyone getting rid of any extra stocks or anything like that. This one is a true brawl, just starting off right here. And before we saw us, he was kind of running in and trying to find ways to get projectiles off while on the approach. We already am starting to see a little bit more of a reserved approach here. Ooh.
Oh yeah, he was ready for the roll in that time.
Yep.
And
I was
that'll
able
do
to
it.
catch it with that. I say you find the one time you need, and you can find a way just to catch that. He noticed that the Jigglypuff was kind of pushing him to a corner, and then he would roll behind to get out. And so now we're going to see.
Nice tech.
Good tech. Is able to get the air dodge out in
dodge.
time. Able to get the spot dodge out in time. I did not think he'd be able to, so very good knowledge there on that one. Just got to be careful.
I mean, this is such a bad position for Young Link. Able to find the tech again to recover.
Oh, that's going to be it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep.
Doing a great job on those recoveries, but at some point,
Yeah.
just going to get edge guarded.
That's kind of it. And obviously, it's much easier said than done, but you got to keep in mind all your different recovery options as well. And while I think it's been covered decently well, I think trying to find a way to possibly utilize your tether grab in this is also something that we could see. But in the meantime, we just see more projectiles coming out, trying to see if we can catch him. And he's able to.
Oh,
I don't think he would have had the rest, and so that was honestly
wasn't true. Yeah,
Yeah.
too high percent.
Oh, hey, look, there we go. We see the tether, but unfortunately, just gets grabbed again. Oh my gosh!
I can't believe that interaction.
And I think his stock was saved for it.
Jigglypuff looking for
Oh,
dash tag will do it.
that it will. That it will.
So Valpo going to fall 2-0 to Akron University. Good games to Akron. I mean, very strong team. So hats off to them. Unfortunately, Academy Smash wasn't able to pull it out today, but I think we got a lot of different people, some play time. Hopefully had all right time. Hopefully had a good time.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
yeah. But anyways, that is going to do it for Academy Smash tonight. Make sure you tune in later tonight as the League of Legends team plays California State University Long Beach. Wow, that is a mouthful at 9 p.m. tonight. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. My name is Henry Speedy Killer Ninja, and I'm joined by celebrity guest host
Pizza Man 48.
and we will see you guys next time.